the record in the third quarter of Friday's win, and he was honored with a standing ovation and a brief stoppage of play. After the game, LeBron talked about how special it is to break a Jordan record. Take a listen.
They're probably going in my trophy case with a lot of my other accomplishments in my life, and it's a good moment, a special moment for not only myself but for my family. And for so many kids that look up to me for inspiration. To know that you can actually go out there and do it, and knowing where I come from. Growing up, 30 minutes south of here, the statistics are just always stacked up against you, and for me to be in this position today, being able to accomplish something that a lot of people never thought, will happen again, or be able to break a record like that, it means a lot for me, and it means more, like I said, to the youth that kind of needs hope.
We're joined now by FS1 NBA analyst Chris Broussard. Welcome, Chris. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Here we go.
Great to be here. I'm going to bring the facts. No feeling, just facts.
How impressive is this record?
Tremendously impressive.
You're kidding.
Yeah. Tremendously impressive.
Wait, did you guys go out last night?
Big T. Skip, let me just read a few things. Kobe Bryant, bona fide killer and scorer.
Killer.
His longest streak of double-digit scoring games, 211. Steph Curry, 74. What? Carmelo, another bona fide scoring machine, 222. And here's the kicker. Shaq, as big
the
and
most
dominant Shaq
force
was,
the NBA has ever seen.
245, Skip. Now,
they all got hurt. Something happened.
But that's the credit to LeBron. That's the thing. The ability and skill, obviously. But your health, your durability, the discipline to not get ejected. Kevin Durant's never going to get there because he's probably going to get ejected again in the early game. So, that discipline, that's a credit. And look, I'm on the record. This doesn't mean, he's better than Michael Jordan. I got Michael Jordan as the GOAT, period. Michael Jordan was, I believe, mentally tougher than LeBron, too. But there are aspects in which LeBron has displayed more mental toughness. And this is one of them, like Jordan's first retirement, because you said it, that's the reason why the number 866 isn't even higher. Now, there were those that said Jordan was burnt out because of all the media attention. Okay, we know the other thing, right?
Yep.
Forced out, as you said earlier. Whatever the case, the fact that LeBron James, in a far more scrutinized era because of technology, social media, all that, shows like this where every single game is critiqued, Jordan didn't have to deal with that. So that's one way LeBron has been mentally tough. Secondly, if Jordan was forced out for gambling, whatever it was, for LeBron James in this era where everything he does and everything every player does is in a fishbowl, for him never to get caught up in something like that, that's impressive. That's a sign of discipline. Yeah. So I got to, that is. Jordan was in Atlantic City gambling before playoff games.
He had.
What if LeBron were doing that?
He constantly had to scratch.
Yeah. Okay, that's what. But
I'm going to call it an addiction. It was borderline. It was up there.
So the fact that LeBron James has not had anything like that is a sign of discipline and mental toughness. Okay, and then finally, and again, Jordan's the GOAT. But for those that want to argue for LeBron, what he's doing, I would call it the Wilt Chamberlain argument for greatest of all time. Most people, I don't think you do, but most people have Wilt ahead of Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Even though Russell won 11. Yeah, you don't.
Russell dominated.
Well, Wilt would put like 40 and 30 on him and lose.
During that domination, he just averaged 28 and 28.
Yeah, Wilt just was killing him individually.
All the key plays in all those games, go look it up. Bill Russell made all the
I'm not mad at what you're saying, but I'm saying most people, you look at most rankings of greatest players, they always have Wilt ahead of Russell because of the individual dominance. What LeBron, going years down the line, especially with these millennials coming up, who a lot of them think LeBron is the greatest.
Wait, you mean the blind witnesses?
You call him that because I don't think he's better than Jordan, but it's the individual statistical dominance that they're going to try to argue for LeBron. He might be the top scorer of all time.
He's
going to be top 5 points, top 10 assists, only player ever. He's going to have this record. He's going to have more triple doubles than who knows how many. He'll be up there in the top 2 or 3 with that.
I mean, he's not going to break Oscars.
Probably,
No.
yeah, not. But people will point to those things. This is just one more notch for the individual argument that LeBron was the GOAT.
So I want to remind you, he just said Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the GOAT and that he is mentally tougher than LeBron is.
I would say on the court. No.
Got
but
that?
there are
You got that?
aspects where LeBron is more, like I said, where he's shown more mental toughness.
We're waking up now. Wake up this morning. Very impressive. Very. Because the best ability a player can have is availability. For LeBron James to show up every night and his team can say, you know what? We already know we got at least 10 from him. That's great. Because if it was easy, Larry Bird didn't do it. Magic Johnson, some of the all-time greats. There are how many players in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame? Probably 300, 200. Why do they have a streak like this? If it was so easy, why didn't he do it? This is what we know. When you say the streak is what's the word you use? Obscure? You use the word obscure. It's some obscure record.
Feat is obscure. Nobody even knew anything about it until the other night when some
We do now.
seized upon
We
it and
do
said,
now.
aha, there's
Hold
the
on.
reason he's
Hold on.
better
We
than
So hold on. So let me get this right. You mean to tell me the GOAT had something that nobody knew about? But that we know about it now? And moving forward, he gonna set it out there so far. So, I mean, think about it. James Harden is next in line with 257. So, you know what he would have to do in order to get this record still? He got to play, basically, 7 years. 7. And play 80 games. You didn't get close. So, and it ain't going to happen. So when LeBron's done, it's going to be like 1,000. Probably be, I'm going to tell him to slow it down to like 1150, 1115.
This whole conversation is absurd, and it is very offensive to me. Because for either LeBron or Michael Jeffrey Jordan to score 10 points a night is just like they roll out of bed and they're going to score 10 points a night. So this is nothing but a durability feat. So Michael Jordan did have one injury that cost him a large part of the season. I think it was his second season in the league.
Second year.
Okay, broke his foot, and that was it. Period, end of story.
Yeah.
Then it was 82 games, 82 games, 82 games. He just played 82 every year.
Yeah.
It was even beyond LeBron, 82, 82, 82.
His 15th year.
So he was forced to take a sabbatical that cost him 82 one year and 65 games the next year. That's a whole lot of games. And you're telling me he wouldn't have played those games and scored 10-plus points in those games?
We don't know, Skip.
We don't know, but we think.
Well, we can't.
Yeah, we can't do
We
that.
think he would have won those 2 rings, right?
Right.
But we don't give him 8. He got
He would've won
6.
those two.
I think he would have too. I wish I could have seen it, but we give him 6,
And then,
not 8.
because the two Jerrys, Reinsdorf and Krause, and I was there in '98, they forced Phil Jackson out, and Michael stood. You want to talk about principle? He stood by his principle because he told them, he warned them, if you fire my coach, if you replace my coach with Tim Floyd from Iowa State, I am out of here. And they called his bluff, and he was out. And not only was he out, he willingly chose to prematurely retire for his age 35, 36, and 37 season. Those are 14, 15, and 16. Well, LeBron's now in year 15. So those are still prime years for a Michael Jordan who the 3 previous years had played 82, 82, and 82 and led the league in scoring. So, again, it's up to the injury gods, but he had shown incredible durability after his second year in the league. And the odds are, history would tell you, he would have extended his streak to 1,200 games, and then it would have been impossible for LeBron to even sniff it.
But he didn't, Skip.
Okay, but don't tell me that he couldn't.
But he
tell me-
didn't.
know.
He didn't.
Okay.
I mean, that's just,
So-
we can all talk hypotheticals.
I know, but for two things happened that forced him out. One was a forced sabbatical, and one was on pride and principle. He just said, I'm not going to play for 3 years.
Okay.
Well, don't bring me 867, LeBron. That's
It's
just,
868.
that's shameful.
It's
Is that all you
868.
got?
Let me ask you this. If LeBron had a coach that he loved, and they forced that coach out, and he retired, he won championships with the coach, I believe that you would say, that's weak on LeBron's part. He
Yes.
didn't think, he wasn't confident enough
In
to
his
think
own
he could
ability.
win
Right.
with another coach.
Right.
Jordan never won it with anybody but Phil.
Doug Collins was his coach.
Good
Auerbach
coaches
was his
never
coach.
won it with anybody but Phil.
And when does
That
LeBron?
was principle.
When does
LeBron's never played for any coach he had any respect
Well,
for.
what,
You know it, and I know it.
When does LeBron go get a Hall of Fame coach? When is he gonna get a Pat
He
Riley?
doesn't need a Hall of Fame coach.
Why
He doesn't
not?
want one.
Michael Jordan didn't
He
need one.
coaches. Mike Brown?
Hold on.
Seriously?
But
Mike Brown?
That's you give.
Hey, Mike coached those teams. Look how good they were defensively.
Yeah.
You got to give him credit for that.
66 wins one year.
66.
I'm just trying to figure out, Skip. This is what we know. This is not conjecture. This is not innuendo. Without Phil Jackson, how was Michael Jordan doing in the playoffs? His first 10 playoff games, he was 1-9. He got swept the first 3 rounds until that old guy from Central Arkansas State or wherever he came from, old Pip. Now, Jerry Reinsdorf made it abundantly clear. Michael Jordan, he said it, his word, he needed Pip to get over the top. Now, if it's a lie, he told it.
So, Michael Jordan broke through in his 7th season and won his first championship. It took LeBron 9 years to finally break through. Why was that, Shannon? Help me out.
It took Michael.
Did it take Eric Spoelstra?
He didn't get the seasoning in college that Jordan got.
Dean Smith.
Dean Smith, 3 years at North Carolina. That was huge for MJ. If
And
MJ had come out of high school, it would have taken him
how was Michael when he went to his first NBA Finals? Like 28?
28.
And Brian was the old 23-year-old. 23-year-old in the finals.
You both
Where they
are.
do that at?
If Michael Jordan had stayed in Chicago for those 2 years in his prime and then 3 more, this would be laughable. It's already laughable.
No, it's not.
You know what would
Look,
happen.
I'm laughing.
I believe
'cause my guy got the record.
It's unfortunate because
It's not a record.
Yes, it is.
it
not a
is a record.
record.
It's got to be in the
It's some
book.
obscure feat.
No, it's
a
a
durability
record.
feat.
That's what they
all
used
it
to say
is.
about the triple-double. It's not a big deal. When Oscar won, he was 3rd in MVP. It's not a big deal. Now we think it's a huge deal.
Well,
Look.
because LeBron's making it a huge
Rock will have
We gotta leave it there.
Russ.
Chris will be back later in the
Rock
show.
will have a hit.
Are the
Somebody's
Rockets
watching.
overrated?
It was a
We'll
hit.
discuss that.
It was only one, but it wasn't a hit.